Apple unveiled something great yesterday, and to be honest, I cannot wait to get my hands on it to try it out. Of course, I'm talking about Vision Pro and the potential that it may have for our job as designers and beyond. In this video, I want to share with you my opinion on this, hopefully revolutionary device, and the implication it may have for the industry, especially in the context of user experience and interface design. So let me start from the positives and the things I'm excited about, and then let me dive into things that are worrying to me. For years I was testing and imagining better ways to interact with my computer to enhance the way I work. From interacting with the UI simply by looking at it, through gestures, and expansion of screen real estate. Unfortunately, the available solutions up to this point weren't really there in terms of technological capabilities, or their price tag was so unbelievably high that they were out of reach for me. Now you may ask, well, why do you need all of those things in your work as designer? And to that I will say that every one of you who had the opportunity to add additional screen to their work setup knows that once you start using that additional screen, you find your laptop screen small and very limiting, and you can't go back. Because you can have documentation of your project or materials that you are using on one and your design app on the other, not going back and forth between windows and losing focus along the way. And if you are a guy or gal who designs on 13-inch laptop exclusively, don't talk to me, savage. Same goes for gestures or interacting just with your eyes. Imagine designing or doing other stuff simply by looking or waving at it. And we saw glimpses of all of that in yesterday's Apple presentation. Potential for unlimited workspace with all core elements of your projects before your eyes. Designing with your gestures or simply by looking, potentially from your couch. Unfortunately, I didn't really see the Pro application just yet, beyond what was already there in terms of other solutions like Quest or Vive for typical media consumption or games. But those 64 pixels in place of one on that micro OLED display are telling me that we finally will have a viable virtual desktop solution. And even if the Pro apps won't be introduced for the upcoming years to the Vision OS, we will still have the ability to connect to our Macs, on which those apps are available. In my mind, that functionality in itself will be groundbreaking. But as I said at the beginning, I have some concerns about Vision Pro. First is definitely the price tag, which, according to the materials I was able to find, will be set to $3,500. And that is definitely too high for virtual desktop capabilities. Fortunately, that's not the only thing that device offers, but I don't really think it could be used as a standalone for Pro applications. And if I had to make a choice between a laptop and the Vision Pro, most likely I would choose the laptop. Then we have all of the issues and challenges that come with something strapped to your face for extended periods of time. And if you ever had the opportunity to use any VR headset, you know what I'm talking about. And that aluminum frame with laminated glass front with fabric strap is getting me worried. But Apple is known for taking existing concepts, iterating and improving on them, so let's wait and see how they solve those issues. The last concern I want to share with you is the battery life. Not only does it live at the end of this extension cord that you will put in your pocket, but according to the materials it will only be good for up to 2 hours of time. So unless there will be alternatives to how you can power it, I can't imagine doing any serious work with that time frame. And what do you think about this new Apple product? Did we witness history in the making or a massive flop? Let me know in the comments. In my opinion, Apple changes the world in slow motion. At first, few people get it, but after time it changes everything.